Hey guys, welcome back. In the last session, we have seen key features of microservices. In this session, we'll be discussing the key advantages of using the microservices. There are like three advantages we have. One is easy to adopt new technology. Let me show that image. One is easy to adapt a new technology and the process. And the second one is dynamic scaling. Third one is faster release cycles. Let's see the first one. Easy to adapt new technology and processes. In a microservice architecture, each service is independent. This means teams can choose the best tools, frameworks, or even programming languages for their service. For example, here I have given an example. If you are building a notification service, if you are building a notification service and new messaging framework becomes popular, you're building a notification service and new messaging framework becomes popular, without changing without changing the rest of the system, you'll be emerging the technology without any risk. Let me come again. So you have a banking application. Let's say you have a banking application. If your team is building a notification service and a new messaging framework becomes popular, you can use that framework to develop the notification service without changing the rest of the system. See here, loan service is there, payment service is there. So loan service is developed in Java. Let's say it is developed in Java, and the payment service is developed in .NET, and notification service. So it is developed in the Python. So you can use it without any risk. You can use it. Um, you can adapt a new technology without any problem. And if the technology is giving a bit advantage to you, you can use that without any issue. Okay, fine. The second feature is dynamic scaling. Microservices can be scaled independently. These microservices can be scaled independently instead of scaling the whole application. Let's say you have a banking application we have, right? So instead of we can scale those applications which are getting huge traffic on it, instead of scaling the entire application. So let's say there is a huge traffic on the loan service. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll scale this loan service. We'll be deploying this loan service into the multiple containers or multiple servers so that it can start up and running. Okay, instead of crashing out, we will be deploying this loan service into the multiple servers or multiple containers so that the application can take more requests. Okay. For example, let me take an example. If there is a high number of users making the money transfers, like for example, in a banking application, if you come to the salary date, the high amount of salary credits will be happening at the first date of or the first date or 31st of the every month. Okay, the high money transfer will be happening. There might be a chance of failing the application. Okay, at that time, what they will be doing is they'll be scaling the transfer or payment service. They will be scaling up the payment service so that the payment service can handle at most 20,000, 30,000 requests per second. Okay, so that's why we are scaling it. Depends on based on the load, we are scaling the application. Okay. And the third one is that faster release cycles. Faster release cycles. Since each microservice is small and self deployable. Okay. And we can let's say for example, there is a change in the loan service. Like for example, let's say in my application, in my banking application, I have the wide variety of loans, like car loan. I have a personal loan and home loan. I want to introduce the bike loan as well. So I can work on that particular functionality. I can do the changes. I can deploy the application, redeploy the application into the server. Okay. So while deploying, maybe this loan service, some people cannot able to access it, but the entire application can be able to access instead of the loan service. So with this, the we are not making the application to go down, entire application to go down. We are like making only one service to go down. Okay. So once we are like ready, once the deployment is successful, we can access the loan service application as well with the new features. Okay, faster release cycles also. It may happen when you're using the microservices. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. The next lesson we will be seeing the other concepts. Thank you for watching.